Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We got the new Deep Sea Synchro monster that they have been really hyping up, and they basically had the effect unknown, and they were basically just saying watch out for this card, and it actually is pretty good. On top of that, we've got a new Maximum Summon for Rush Tools, and I love covering these because these are supposed to be some really powerful boss monsters in the game, as it's like a triple card to actually bring it out. And then on top of that, we got some new fairy support that will be generic for a lot of decks, potentially just to get an extra free plus. But let's go ahead and kick it off with the first card, which is actually going to be the Deep Sea Synchro Tuner monster. So this is Deep Sea Repetitor. It is going to be a level 5 Water Sea Serpent Synchro Tuner effect monster. And it's 1800 attack, 1500 defense points. Its materials are Deep Sea Diva plus 1+ non-tuner monsters, which that's super easy. You summon Deep Sea Diva, you get whatever you need. And then it says you can only use this card's second effect once per turn. The first effect is once per turn. As a quick effect, you can discard one level 4 or lower water monster. This card gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. The second part of it says if this Synchro Summon card is sent to the graveyard, you get to target one level 5 or higher water monster in your graveyard, except for Deep Sea Repetitor and Special Summon in defense position, but you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for water monsters, which means obviously if it goes away during your opponent's turn, that doesn't really lock you out too much out of going for things. But I like how it doesn't like negate the monster's effects. It's just you can only go for waters, which is relatively common already in a lot of these deck variants, unless you're running like some, like back in the day when we played like Orcus Water, which is really fun, but that's been significantly nerfed. But nonetheless, it's a pretty good effect. Keep in mind that, you know, you could proc the Sea Serp, like the Atlanteans, right? You can proc their effects. On top of that, boosting up the stats. Because it's a quick effect, it actually makes it quite viable. So for once in a while, I would say the V-Jump promo is actually looking pretty good. And on top of that, it's got awesome artwork. Next up, though, the new Maximum card, Hyper Engine Vast Vulcan. So keep in mind, guys, this is going to be a Maximum Summon, which does require you to have all 3 of the cards in order for it to actually go off. But I love these, especially as artworks. These always look really cool at. But anyways, let's go and kick it off with the left part of it. So this is Hyper Engine Vast Vulcan L, and it's a level 4 Fire Warrior type maximum effect monster with 900 attack and 0 defense points. Its requirement is maximum mode, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. The effect is to choose one face-up monster your opponent controls, and it loses 800 attack until the end of this turn. Then you can destroy the field spell your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. Then we got the center of it, the Hyper Engine Vast Vulcan, level 10 Fire Warrior type maximum effect monster, maximum attack being 3300 and the base attack being 1500. Keep in mind, to get the maximum attack, you got to have all the parts. It's kind of like an Exodia, but you summon it. Nonetheless, 1500 attack, 0 defense points, and it says you can maximum summon this card together with Hyper Engine Vast Vulcan L and Hyper Engine Vast Vulcan R. And the requirement is maximum mode. And the continuous effect is that you cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap effects, or this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap effects. So decent little card over there. It should have been like immune to it. I think that would have been way better for like a maximum summon boss monster, because it's like triple cards to get it out. I guess 3300 you get some burn damage in, but let's check out the right side. So this is Hyper Engine Vast Vulcan right. Level 3 Fire Warrior type maximum effect monster with 600 attack, 0 defense points. Its requirement is maximum mode, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. The effect is to choose one face-up monster on the field. It loses attack equal to the chosen monster's level times 100 until the end of this turn. Then inflict damage to opponent equal to the chosen monster's level times 100. So, I mean, at the lowest of this, because this is level 10, it's just like they go ahead and just take 1,000 at minimum. They take 1,000, and then it also loses 1,000. Then you can inflict another 1,600 damage to them because you're lowering it by an additional 800 and doing 800 burn damage. So I guess there's like 2,000, 3,600 like extra damage. If you get everything to work and they have a monster that has technically enough stats to actually matter, maybe you can go for some big boy plays, equip something to get some extra attack and one-shot your opponent. I guess that's the plan of this. But nonetheless, it's a cool card. Is it like OP? No. I think this card's a little hyped up. I mean, just like stats and like some small amount of burn. I don't know if I would consider it like good for maximum summon, but nonetheless, that's the card. Next up, though, we have the Protector Spirit Loa Gaeth. Light Fairy effect, level 7, 2400 attack and 2100 defense points. And it's got some quality artwork for sure. Anyways, it says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is if a favorite monster you control activates this effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. The second part is you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and one attack for this monster you control. Banish the first target, and if you do, change the second target to defense position. The third part of it is if this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one monster on the field that cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. Okay, that's really good. It's not just by like this once per battle. So this could be pretty good for a lot of different decks, depending if you're playing like counter fairies or whatnot. The problem is that you'd have to activate the effect of whatever extra card first, and then the special summon requirement isn't that bad. However, this effect is not the part of the quick effect. If the second effect of this was like, when this card is summoned, you can do whatever. That way you can kind of time your stuff a little bit better. Waiting for it to roll around to your turn to be like, okay, let me get rid of this card is a little bit slow. Granted, it does have potential to protect your card because it moves it to defense position. I think it's still too slow. I don't know, like, again, unless this translation is wrong, like, I feel like you need both of these to be, like, synergy. Like, as in, when it's summoned, you can then target the face of card opponent controls, banish, and then block, basically, with your other monster. I think that's what it would need. If this part of this effect was a quick effect, the second part, or if it just, like, instantly had its effect whenever the monster activated its effect, like, I think it just would have been so much better. But that's my thoughts on it. You guys can let me know if you guys think it's still, like, a really good card. Like, it has potential, but it just needed that second part of the effect of like when this card is summoned, you get the effect. That would have been really awesome. But nonetheless, those are new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below on them. But I definitely think the Deep Sea Diva card is looking pretty dang good. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. And if you are new here and do want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in the future, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and you'll definitely see more very soon. But take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.